Hey, how's it going? It's about 9:40 on a Wednesday morning. Just got off the BTS here at Ratchadamri. Came up one stop from Siam Central on the light green Sukhumvit line, switched to the dark green Siloam line, and here I am. Across the way, off in the distance, you can see I think it's called the Royal Sports Club. I'll look it up here in a second. And beyond that is Chulalongkorn University. And if you were continuing up the BTS, you would kind of go up past Lumpini Park and end up at Saladang, where Patpong Red Light District is. And I ran up the stairs on this side to give you a peek of the BKK Royal Sports Club. And way off in the distance, you can see Siam Paragon. The train kind of curves around. And way back over here will be National Stadium. And most of this on the other side of the Royal Sports Club is Chulalongkorn University. And here's the map. Once again, I came up from my neck of the woods. Changed trains at Central. If you go the one way, you go to National Stadium and MBK. I came the opposite way. Here I am, Ratchadamri. Next stop is Saladang. If you continued on the way, Chong, St. Louis, Sarasak, and Sapan Taksin is where you would catch the tourist boats on the Chao Phraya River. And here's some different landmarks in the area. Police General Hospital, Courtyard by Marriott. And then at these exits, the St. Regis Bangkok, Grand Center Point Hotel, Ratchadamri. So let's take whatever this exit is over here. I believe it's exit 2. And go down and get lost in the neighborhood. And the large golf course is on the other side of that wall. There's the train we just exited. So we're going to go up Ratchadamri here and take the next left into somewhat of a business area. They're laying these new pavers. It's beautiful when they lay them, but you can't stop the ground from shifting. So watch yourself on some of the older sidewalks. There'll be some pretty jagged edges. And I can't do a lot of filming in this area without getting some attention, but this is the back end of the Ratchadamri compound, part of the U.S. Embassy. It just takes up a whole lot of area. Goes all the way back towards wireless. All kinds of security, and I had my camera out down there. He was just waiting for me to raise it, which I did not. Fair enough. And here's a building next door. The American University Alumni Association, under the patronage of the Thai King. And of course, pretty high walls surrounding the whole U.S. facility. It's good to see that the U.S. has a good relationship, always has, with Thailand. We're walking up the way. Here's another large office complex. I think I'll take the next left now that the embassy's not in the way. See what's back here. In fact, not far from here, up Saladang Way, the next BTS station, the CIA had its headquarters during the whole Vietnam conflict, and they did a lot of work out of there. If I'm not mistaken, the Air America was headquartered there, and it's probably no mistake that the Patpong Red Light District popped up in the neighborhood. And this is the Regent House. You'll see different signs all over Bangkok for smaller consulates, say the consulate to Iceland, if they have one, I'm not sure. And they'll be in different office buildings like this Regent House, maybe taking up 1 or 2 whole floors. But the U.S. Embassy, those larger type embassies, they're huge. And here's the 185 Ratchadamri, which I believe is a combination of condos and business. Let me get up here around the corner. Very nice. If you're going to be working at the U.S. Embassy, that's a hop, skip, and jump away. And I made my way up to Saracen Road, and I believe this is the end fence of Lumpini, but I'm gonna head up this direction. I've did other videos on Lumpini and Bangkok. Maybe I'll put those down in the description. And just across the street, I see the Thai Red Cross AIDS Research Center. I believe that is where you go if you want to donate blood. I had asked at the hospital on my last physical, just when I'm thinking about it. I'm not fanatical about it, but when I'm thinking about it, I offer to donate blood, and they said, it surprised me a little at Bumrungrad, yeah, go to the Red Cross to donate blood. We don't do that here. So okay, maybe I'll track down the Red Cross if that's it, and do my share. I might end up needing blood one day. Yeah, and I was 99% sure, but I just verified that is Lumpini. So as you go up the road, the train kind of heads off in this direction, goes by Lumpini, but probably a little bit closer exit would be to get off at Saladang. I know there's, what is the MRT station, the subway? I think Siloam is right there at Lumpini. So if you want to take the train over there, the MRT is the way to go. And here's a Pilates studio. I'm not sure what the charges are. If my friend Alicia is watching, she was a Pilates fanatic back in the day. And something called Banana Run. Looks to be, that's great English. It looks to be a shoe store. It's getting hot out here. You'll have to apologize. Or I'll have to apologize. There I go again. I need to go track down a bottle of water. It's only 10 in the morning and I'm fried. Yeah, normally I do everything I can to avoid the heat of the day, but I'm a little behind on making videos, so I came out not that early, not as early as I wanted this morning, at like 8, and I've been wandering around. I have plans the next like 3 evenings in a row. Usually I'm a 5, 6, 7 o'clock wandering around the neighborhood guy, but today I'm out here roasting, getting it done for you. And this is the side view of some of those beautiful condos on Ratchadamri, which is just there. We've came up, is this Saracen? And here's Lumpini. I don't know if I've walked this neighborhood. If I did, it was years ago, but we're gonna go up here and make a left, head a little bit back towards the BTS. These are just big gigantic blocks, and that part of the US Embassy is just going to block everything, but I'll figure that out when I get there. See what's going on up this little soy. Here comes an ambulance. I think there is a hospital in the area. And there's the solution for stacking the cars when things get busy in this downtown space. And this is the Hugs building. Oh, and I've heard of this large bike shop, Pro Bike, right here, feet from Lumpini. Open from 10 to 7. On Sunday, open from 10 to 6. Some professional looking carbon fiber type bikes happening in the window. Guys, this is Lang Swan Road, and I believe Wireless is the next. I know Wireless kind of goes by in Lumpini, so I was just a little confused seeing that one part. I guess it's a satellite portion of the American Embassy, because it's not hooked to the main huge unit up on Wireless, which also has the U.S. Ambassador's residence. And once again, we're on Lang Swan Road, and that right there is Lumpini. And we're gonna head, it's probably 1.5 kilometers back towards Sukhumvit. And there's the Smokin' Pug Barbecue, an American smokehouse and bar. I know they have another location up on Sukhumvit Soy 20. I've been there a couple of times. Bart, the manager, he's from Annapolis, Maryland. We've sat around and ate barbecue and talked sailing. So if you're trying to follow along on Google Maps, basically what I did was, at the very end is Sukhumvit. I went up to Central, got on the Siloam Green Line, came down this way. Right about there is Ratchadamri BTS. I came up Ratchadamri, came up Saracen, and now I'm walking up this street and I'm already forgetting the name. I'll put it in the I'll put a little title up. All right, well, at least have the common sense to get over on the shady side of the road. You can see some 6-story buildings tucked away back here. You're a pretty good walk from here to, ooh, what's it gonna be? Chitlom BTS? I think that's gonna be a little closer than Siam Central. But if your main concern is to be feet from Lumpini Park, there you go. And here is Sindhorn Village with the Sindhorn residence. Or is it the super luxury residence serviced by Kempski? And I guess from this area you can also maybe sneak around once you know the little buildings and alleys to cut through and get over to that Ratchadamri BTS that I just got off on. I'm just not super familiar with this area. And where I was getting confused with that part of, I thought that was part of the US Embassy. It is over here. It did say Ratchadamri campus, I believe. So I thought it like went all the way through, because right on the other side of this building is the huge US Embassy compound and ambassador's residence. So I guess I thought it was just one street away and it connected. I've only really been up and down this street 3 or 4 times, so I'm learning as I go. And there's your nearest animal hospital, I would suspect, if you're going to live in this area. Next to the Zhuanghuji building, and another 6-story low-rise, but it sure has some cool penthouse apartments. And there you go, Lang Swan. That's the street we're on. And if you want to get a Google Map location, the Pen Sang Mansion, number 74, Lang Swan. Some really nice sized condos. And there looks to be some beautiful steakhouses and sushi restaurants. A lot of money in this part of town. I guess a lot of fancy business dinners. Yeah, see, I'm sure there's some kind of way to cut through and kind of pop out near that Ratchadamri BTS. I think it's by that building. But you're gonna have to live in the neighborhood to figure out all those little hidden shortcuts. You can just kind of walk through the parking garage with authority like the residents, and I'm sure nobody will mind. And they also have a Via Market down in the basement. I have been down there. I'm tempted to go down there and get a bottle of water, but I'm gonna just keep moving. And this shopping center is huge. Here's a Spanish tapas place, Vaso. And down the way, the fancy Argentinian steakhouse, El Gaucho. And this gate over here is looking pretty official. This might be the back end of that little US compound, but I'm not positive. Not a lot of signage on this side. The Rong Ratanya Executive Residence. And this is the center point, Chitlom, Bangkok. You'll find center points not only all over Bangkok, I've seen them all over Thailand. And that is the Marriott Executive Apartments, Mayfair, Chitlom. Next to, oh, I can't read that, the Q building. Lang Swan, number 54. And there's the El Gaucho. I know they have one right by Terminal 21, right on the corner of Sukhumvit Soi 19. Not cheap, but it's a delicious steak. I've said it in a couple of videos. If you don't mind eating early, I think they have a late lunch, early dinner, like a 3 p.m. kind of deal. And here's Lang Swan Soi 2. What is that building? The Chess? Something DJ Chess. And then just all kinds of beautiful condos back here, along with the US Embassy. This is Embassy Central. So there are plenty of executive condos in the area. Okay, it's the Duchess, not the DJ Chess. Looks like a fancy hotel. And across the way is the Steak and something. Steak and Fries Bistro. And here's the Urbana Lang Swan, tucked away in the trees back there. Yeah, and approach these crosswalks with caution. Nobody is going to stop for you. No motorbikes anyhow. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not really. And that already pointed out this Lang Swan. I think they're all starting to blend together. And here's the Regents International School. And that is probably one of the students' cars. It is not cheap to go to these international schools. I'm halfway joking and I'm halfway not. We're coming up to the Golden View Mansion. Garden View. And this is the Grand Lang Swan Condominium. All these buildings are impressive. Those balconies right there, that's almost the size of my last 31 square meter condo. And this is the Hotel Muse. It's pretty nice. Couple of bars in there, the Blind Pig and the Speakeasy, Babette Steakhouse. This is a handsome building, the Ban Nav Vrang. Maybe offices down below and 10 stories of condos on top. You have a Starbucks right next door. I'm not sure if that's the Sindhorn Midtown Vignette Collection. I'm not sure what's going on with this building tucked away back here. Sure nice looking. And this is more of a business building. I see some Japanese food down below. And the CIMB Thai building. They have a little swap meet going on downstairs for lunch. And this is the portico. It says starting at 8.75 million baht. I'm not sure if that's the portico or if that's it sticking out on top there. I have time. I'm gonna wander down here and, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a look from the side, but let's see what's down here anyhow. What soil are we on? No street marker. Now this is a pretty cool motorbike. This guy has it dialed in for moving his gear around town. And here's another building back here, the Kloss. Just looks like a 6-story unit, but very clean. Absolute home spa. And that's a job I wouldn't want. Window washer. And now we're back heading down the alley. There is another building tucked away, the Navara residence. Yeah, you might find some real hidden gems. I realize not everybody working at the U.S. Embassy or any of these embassies is rich. Yeah, it looks like a small pool to at least cool down. Not many of these pools over here are deep with a diving board. My pool, it's perfect for doing laps, but I think it's 4 foot deep, the entire length of the pool. Now let's make our way back to, what street were we on? Lang Swan. My advice, for what it's worth, if you're moving over here and you've kind of narrowed down, you want to be in, say, this area, well, just get an Airbnb. You're going to pay top dollar. Airbnb for 30 days, whatever it is. You're going to pay 40,000 baht for that month. And then every evening after you get off work, when things cool down, just get out and wander up and down all these little side soys and all. There's just dozens and dozens of little buildings tucked away that may only have one available unit, but that might be perfect for you. Your Starbucks is 100 feet away. You can work or walk the half mile to work. You're close to the train. It's going to be hard to find those things online because these smaller buildings, I'll make up the numbers, they might only have 40 or 50 units, so there might be one unit becoming available next week and you're not going to find it online. And I'm just making up that 40,000 Airbnb number. It could be 140,000 baht. It just depends on what you want. Me, I'm in the under 20,000 baht rent category, which is fine. I'm not in the 5,000 or 6,000 baht. You can get very nice condos over here for under 20,000 baht. Maybe not within walking distance of the US Embassy, but in Phnom Penh I did it. Now this is, oh shoot, it went out of business. I was gonna say this was a diner. I'm trying to read the sign. Yeah, and I can't read the sign. It was like a 50s style diner the last time I walked through here, but that has been 6 months, so I hate to see a diner go under. I like a good diner. And right next to that is Lemon Farm Organic Cafe and Meals. All right, I see something painted on the wall over there. Holy moly. That doesn't sound familiar, but maybe that was the name of the diner. And across the way, I see a bunch of young kids, but I think this is some kind of big Catholic school. In fact, I know it is. I'm just forgetting the name. It goes all the way down to the BTS. Now, there's an older student. I think it's just an all-ages type school. And plenty of street food in this area, or the Thai Lottery. And I think I said it was Sukhumvit down at the end there. I am overheating. I need to cut these walks back to under 3 hours during the heat of the day. Here's a Bang and Smash Burgers. I know that's Plon Chit Road. Sukhumvit starts down in Nana, Soi 1 and Soi 2, kind of where Bumrangrat is, and goes halfway across Thailand. But coming up in this direction towards Siam and Central World, it's Plon Chit Road and Chit Lom Road, etc. I'm still trying to figure out the name of this school. It's something the Assumption, which is a very Catholic name going back to my altar boy days. I'm not a very good Catholic, but I've been in many Our Lady of the Assumptions and on in my lifetime. And here on the corner of Plon Chit, that's the BTS tracks right above, is a Taco Bell. I'm not gonna eat too many meals at Taco Bell. There's some decent Mexican food around town, but Taco Bell is not for me. I'm sorry, why was I thinking it was the Assumption? It's Modern Day Institute Foundation, which, again, modern day, very Catholic. Unless it's not a Catholic school, please correct me. But every modern day I know, including the fancy private Catholic school in San Diego, they had a heck of a football team. So I think Central World is up here, and then we continue on to Siam Paragon. Okay, here's a green light, and here's the traffic. So watch yourself. Almost fell off that curb. Just because you get a green light, just don't go running out there, or you're gonna get a big surprise. Even the guy running the red light's gonna be surprised. And here's the main sign on Plon Chit Road for the Modern Day Institute. Okay, I know where I'm at now. That's my Beer Republic across the way at the bottom of the Holiday Inn. And right to the left of that is its sister property, the fancy Intercontinental. Intercontinental is IHG, Intercontinental Hotel Group, which is also a part of Holiday Inn. And there is the Renaissance Hotel. So yeah, I think we continue on straight. We're gonna hit Siam Central Station. And I believe that is going to be the Central Mall on the right. And they still have the Hard Rock sign up back there. I'm not sure it's in business. They used to have the Hard Rock up kind of by the corner of Soi 3 and Nana. Then it came down this way. I'm not sure if the pandemic took it out, but you'll have to look that one up. I've made my way up to the skywalk above Plon Chit Boulevard. Got to make my way down towards Central Siam Station, head back home. A lot of shrines in this area. Here's the Indra Shrine, the god of thunder. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was saying this is the Erewhon Shrine. You can see the authentic dancers. And that is the track we took. Went down to the next stop, Ratchadamri, went all the way around. And now we've arrived back at the Siam Central Station. It's just up the way. Right across the street here. This is also Ratchadamri in the other direction. That is the Central World Mall and the Apple Store right on the corner. So thank you so much for following along on this long walk on this hot Wednesday morning. I appreciate it. Consider subscribing to my little channel if you haven't. That would sure help me, and have a great afternoon.